Tuned into the boom room, the livest show in fantasy. Yeah. Welcome to host Walt, Igler, Beat It Fantasy League. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, rocking with the best. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, roster is a mess. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, in it for the checks. Welcome to the boom room, had to get in tune, in it for respect. Few things to address.
Welcome to week 3 of the boom room. This week by far was the most exciting week so far. But without further ado, let's talk about it. First up, Negro versus whooping that ass. Can Negro get out to a 2-0 start in his division? Let's see. Led by Kenneth Walker's 30-piece, Michael Pittman, and 40 from his special teams, Negro breezed to a 20-point victory. For whooping that ass, he basically lost the game in a way I know he didn't see coming. His defense scored 3 points, Negro's defense scored 19. Basically, that was the ball game. Listen, whooping that ass 0-3, and as you can see, the fire sale has begun. Now on 2, G5 versus Return of the Jedi. G5 needed this game big in order to avoid a 0-3 start. The Jedi got off to a strong start with Debo dropping 26 on Thursday night. Not to be outdone, Justin Jefferson dropped another 30, but everybody else basically no-showed. Listen, I killed G5 last week for his lineup choice, so this week I gotta give him some love. Nathaniel Dell. Who? Nathaniel Dell, the early season plug-and play of the year. 27 points. Man, I see you, homie. Listen, that and the Chiefs defense helped G5 get to a comfortable victory and into the win column. Don't look now, but G5 and the Return of the Jedi are both 1-2. Now on 2, Arizona Ron versus the defending champs. Can Arizona Ron finally make a stand and get his first victory? Let's see. Derrick Henry wet the bed. He's having a bad start to the season, only giving Ron 2 points, and that was going to be hard to overcome. And it looks like Jared Goff is a starting quarterback and Lamar Jackson is on the bench. Okay. The champs continue to roll, led by Tua's 43. The Eagles defense, Diggs and his running back. This game was never in doubt. The champs are rolling, and they're the first team to get the 3-0. I see you, champs. Now on 2, Jabronis versus the Higher Power. Jabronis trying to get the 3-0. Higher Power trying to avoid 0-3. How would this classic rivalry turn out? The Higher Power only scored 2 touchdowns, and that's usually a recipe for disaster, and disaster it was. Only Mike Evans and George Kittle showed up. On the flip side, Tariq had 33. Laporta had 24. His defense had 24. Jabroni joins the champs atop the division at 3-0. The Higher Power is in a little trouble at 0-3. Now on 2, Body Bag versus Machiavellians. Man, what an exciting game this was. Body Bag got 52 points from his starting wide receivers, 36 from red hot Kirk Cousins. As a matter of fact, everybody except his tight end scored in double figures. And if I would have told you he only needed 15 points from his defense to win, I'm pretty sure Body Bag would have been like, that's money in the bank. But however, Machiavellians came to play. Listen, for the second week in a row, Machiavellians has made Beat It Fantasy Football League history. Last week, he had 2 donuts in one. This week, negative 10 points on his defense, and he still found a way to win. I'm going to stand up for this one because you might not have seen it. Mr. Keenan Allen, 52 points. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? 18 catches, 215 yards, and a 49-yard touchdown pass. Man, that's one of the best games this league has ever seen. Wow. I could go on and on. Listen, I got some text from an owner who was like laughing at the fact that he played the Broncos defense. I bet that same owner isn't laughing now. Listen, right now you gotta wonder. This could go one or two ways for Machiavellians. Either you thinking this bubble is about to burst, or he might be onto a special season. We'll see. But Machiavellians right now, 2-1, leads his division. Now on 2, the game of the week. Legends, TNT. This is the game, the measuring stick for the whole league. Everybody's watching Sunday night, and the game did not disappoint. The Legends got out to an early lead, led by their quarterback Herbert, who dropped a smooth 44. McCaffrey with 23, St. Brown with 20. The Bills defense was lights out with 39 points. I mean, the Legends came to play. TNT, not to be undone, answered blow for blow. Tried to get it in. They was a little disappointed in their quarterback. They stayed just close enough for a little Sunday night magic. And what do we mean by this? Let's take a look at the pep talk that the coach was giving Devontae before he went out on the field. And Devontae did not disappoint. First drive, 5 catches, 40-some-odd yards, and a touchdown. Let's go. Devontae Adams dropped 44. Going into the game, the Legends had a 26-point lead, and the kicker, TNT, did not care. What a comeback. What a victory. Boom. Listen, this week's guest needs no introduction. We are so happy and excited to finally get him in the boom room for the first time. Listen, without further ado, the one, the only TNT. Hey, listen, man, it's a pleasure to be here. My schedule's been crazy. I wanted to do this show so much sooner. I love your show. I'm a big fan, man. Yo, let's talk about it. Hey, listen, before we get started, I got a special little something for you. Hey, listen, man, you crazy. I see what you did there, man. If you know, you know. Hey, listen, I got a little something for you too, man. You think I ain't come? I know how you think. Here you go. I mean, put that in your trophy case. That's amazing, man. Look, we were on the same page with that one. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put this in my trophy case. Hey, listen, man, let's get into it, man. Everybody want to hear your thoughts on the league. I tell people nobody know more about this league than you. So, as I say in my opening, let's talk about it. Listen, first question I got for you, man. This is our 15th year. I'm asking you right now, who's the 3 best owners? Give me the top 3 owners in your mind over the course of the 15 years. Oh, that's a great question. I see you got right to it, huh? Well, I think, people are going to be like, of course you're going to say that. But if we being objective, you got to get a top spot to the commish because he got 3 of them things. And that's what we play for. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we all trying to win a chip. So 3, I think, trumps any argument that anybody else has. I know Jabroni's has just as many, but his detractors is, he won 1 or 2 in the 10-team league. So that's kind of like, you splitting hairs or whatever. But I think Jabroni definitely has 2 in what we call the modern era because we give him a hard time. But you can't knock his championships. He won them. So that puts him squarely at the second spot. I think the argument that you're really looking for is who holds that 3rd spot. I think there's a lot of teams that can, let me rephrase. I think there's about 3 teams, 4 teams that can argue they should be the 3rd best team. Honestly, I know it's going to surprise you, but it's not me. I ain't even going to take myself out of it. I'm not the 3rd best over the 15 years. I think it comes down to Lincoln Legends and whipping that ass. I know a lot of people probably like whipping that ass. his resume is very impressive when you really sit down and study it. I mean, he's been to 3 championship games. I believe he has the most best records in the league. And if not, the legends do. So those two are always vying for the best record. And like I said, whooping that ass has been to 3 championships. But I think I get a spot to the Legends because the Legends have been a more consistent team year in, year out. He's always in the mix. He's always a factor. I think after you take away the commish and jabronis, I think the Legends probably deserve that 3rd spot as of now. But like I said, with everybody only having 1, I think the next person who gets 2 has an argument not only to move up to 3, but might have an argument at 2, depending on who it is. So, yeah. Listen, I want you now to break down your relationship with all the teams in the league, because nobody interacts and knows the pulse of this league as much as you and the commissioner. So, the floor is yours. Say what you need to say, because you know you had to hear all this for all these years. So, let's hear what you got to say. Listen. I got nothing to say about Return of the Jedi. I'm happy he back. A competitive team, good team. I know he gonna be a factor. If not this year, every year after this. Arizona Ryan, I don't really got nothing to say. Blank twice if you can hear me. Arizona Ryan, like, listen, it's people that give Machiavellians a hard time because, you know, they can't reach him or whatever. I don't recall Arizona Ryan making a trade in this league. He's been in the league at least 5 years. He might have made one trade. Like, once the season starts, he's dormant. Like, I don't hear from him. He might say one thing on the smack board, but it's funny how Machiavellians get all the smoke, but Arizona Ryan basically do the same thing. But listen, I look at it like, yo, money paid, good looking. So that's enough time on him. Body bag, yo. Body bag is just what this league needed. Like, you know, it was getting a little, I don't want to say still, but, you know, we was kind of set in our ways. And Body bag has injected some life into this league. I love him. I love his personality. I love his spirit. He the opposite of Arizona Ryan. You know what I mean? He all in, you know, and that's what you want for the league. So listen, Body bag, you can play in the league with me any day of the week, man. I enjoy your organization and everything you do over there. My young boy, listen, Kajinos, I mess with them heavy. And I say this, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. He a better version of me. Like, he gonna do everything I did faster than me and better than me. Like, I think the light bulb went off, and there's no stopping him. Like, I'm just trying to hold him off. I got mad respect for the young boy. He gonna be a problem, I think, for the foreseeable future. Negro. Oh, this nigga. Hey, listen, homie. What you been in the league, like, 10 years now? I'm going to give y'all a fact. I know how you always like to do trivia. Take Body Bag out because he only been in the league. This is only his 2nd year. There's only one team in this league that's never played for a championship. Well, I guess we'll go and say you know who it is. Yo, you been in this league 10 years and the furthest you got is a semifinal game. That's kind of a one hot year every 10-year average. That's so lame. It's only so long fake niggas can pretend. Listen, and this is another thing too. I'm the only reason you even relevant in this league. You won a couple bets with me. I give it to you, man. Shout out. But let's keep it a bean, right? As I just said, I'm about to shut this rivalry, this so-called back and forth down. 10 years you've been in the league. The furthest you've been is a semifinal. Won't you tell everybody who beat you in that semifinal? Who sent you home? The biggest game in Negro franchise history. What happened? And not only that, I lost 2 starters in that playoff game in the first half and still beat you by 25. So you can take your little $25 bet, $50 bet here, because when I beat you, I won like 1,300, homie. How long is it gonna take you to win that? So take your little, I swept them, I beat you. What you gonna do with that, homie? Listen, I beat you on my way to getting my baby. How I look? Hey, baby. Remember that game? Homie, you been in one big game your whole time here. And I sent you home. So you can have your little sweeps and all that, homie. Now let's get on to some relevant owners. I swept them. Nigga lost the most embarrassing game in the history of the league. He went from first place to out the playoffs. Yo, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life, man. Yo, Vegas wouldn't even let you bet on that shit. Like, yo, that's off the books. Alright, I'm sorry. Let's go. Listen, man, the Legends, he bring out the best of us. He bring out the best of me, man. He got a quiet cockiness that we love over here. I remember he was on your show and he said something that I'll never forget. We was in the office and we had the show on, and he said, listen, it's not 7 teams in this league better than me. I should never miss the playoffs. And I'm paraphrasing. And yo, that stuck with me. And I was like, you know what? He absolutely right. Like, it's not 7 teams in this league better than me. And to miss the playoffs, unless I got injuries, it should never happen. And he doesn't miss the playoffs. Year in and year out, he just has a good team. A really good team. So, listen, Legends, I know I got you this week. Devontae. But listen, man, you bring out the best in me. I look forward to our games because I feel like we the standard. We got the most wins in this league. I feel like, you know, when I play you, it's a measuring stick for my team. It's to see where we at. And I'm not going to lie. After I beat you this week, we was in the locker room saying, we can win this whole thing. Like, our best game beats everybody else's best game because we thought we got your best game. So I enjoyed the competition, and I know we probably going to do it at least 2 more times. That only leaves, you know, the Trinity. Listen, I keep it simple, man. I love those guys. I know people always like to have jokes. We like an organization. I say it this way. The commission, he the leader. You know, he sets the tone. For lack of a better term, I'm like I run the day-to-day management, like kind of, you know, I run the store. The commission, he acquires the stores, and young boy going to take over the business one day. Like, he going to take the commission spot. Like, he just that sharp. Like, he the heir apparent, and that's kind of like how we get down. I think the great thing about us is, you know, great teams, everybody know their role. And when I say great teams, I'm not talking about just fantasy football. I'm talking about in life. That's how we vibe and shit. I know I said last but not least, but that's not it. You know, there's one team I left out. He gotta be last. That's G5, man. I need a quick second. Let me listen, man. I wish he was here, man. Shout it up, man. I'm gonna keep it a bang. Listen, for the people who wasn't here in the beginning, me and G5 rivalry in the beginning was fierce. It was Cowboys 49ers. We went at it. The smack board, the jokes, everything was classics. My toughest moment in this league, the moment that hurt the most, of course, it was with him. That the season he won it, I think that was 2016. A lot of people don't know we had a falling out before the season started, and we didn't speak at all that season. Now, mind you, before that, we would go to the bar like 2-3 times a week and just talk fantasy football nonstop. And that year, we both was having that season that we dreamed about when we would be in a bar talking smack. And as fate would have it, we played in the championship that year. Fucking Blaine Gabbert. I'll never forget Blaine Gabbert. This nigga, Blaine Gabbert was playing the Saints. I don't even think this was the year that the Jacksonville went to the Super Bowl. I mean, to the AFC Championship game. And Blaine Gabbert just went crazy in that game, and I could not believe it. And I still had a chance going into it was a Monday night game. He was up, I think, like 16 points on me. And we both had a receiver left. He had A.J. Green, and I had Bay. Rest his soul, man. I love Bay. It was Cincinnati at Denver, Monday night. And the only thing I kept saying is I just wanted Denver to get the ball first so I could cut into the lead. And the exact opposite hurt. First drive, A.J. Green scored a touchdown. Kind of like how Devontae Adams did Tim this week. But it was like that. And that was a gut punch. And I'll never forget, so 2019, the year that I finally won it, the only time G5 has been on the show, he came on the show and he had his trophy, and he made fun at me. He gave it to me, and I had to take it. And I remember he went to the not the smack board, but he knew how to put pictures up, and he took a still shot of me and my face when he took his trophy out of his bag. And it hurt it. I ain't going for it hurt it. And he don't know that still shot. We kept it up in our locker room all year. And that year, 2019, we went wire to wire, beat Negro in the semifinals, and we won our chip, man. I say that to say, man, listen, Dre, after you won a chip, you went MIA. I don't know, you was like the Ravens or something. I don't know what happened. But it looked like you finally back, homie. And like I said last year, the league is so much better when you're involved. Real rap, man. I love you, homie. The rest of y'all cats, listen. I gave y'all 3 years to do what y'all needed to do. But I'm back. And if I don't win a chip this year, I'm going to do something crazy for the league. I ain't even going to say what it is. But I put it like this. If I don't win a chip, y'all going to be as surprised as if Negro made the playoffs. Hey, listen, man. Thanks for having me. I hope I ain't rambled too much. It was everything I thought it was going to be. Hey, yo, it's going to be some owners that's not too happy with you, man. You crazy. Hey, listen. I can't thank you enough for coming out and doing this. I know your schedule is crazy busy. You got an open invitation anytime. I can't wait to see you again. All right, baby. Man, what an interview. I can't believe we finally got the ball to come through. Listen, the studio is still buzzing, man. Hey, listen, but let's get on to Wait. Before we get into the game of the week, we got to take care of one little thing. Listen, it's two very proud franchises right now sitting at 0-3. I'm talking about whipping that ass and the higher power. We saw last week the committee thought one of these teams would get in. Listen, they play each other in a doubleheader, so one of them is guaranteed to lose at least one game. Whooping That Ass is also playing Return of the Jedi, and the higher power is also playing Body Bag. So they got two other tough games also. Listen, 0-5, that's basically season over. This is a huge game. Analytics say you go 0-5, you have less than a 2% chance to make the playoffs. 1-4 isn't much better, but at least it's 11%. So, listen, these two proud franchises who the committee like, I never thought I would say, but the playoffs might be starting this week. Good luck, fellas. Now on to the games of the week. It's the doubleheader. Man, listen, as I just said, it's some teams that really need this, and now there's some teams that's trying to get some separation. Well, having said that, the games of the week, the first one is the just mentioned Whooping That Ass versus the higher power. Game of the week, because we might not get the game of the week with one of these teams again for the rest of the season. So here we go. And now on to the headliner of the game of the week, of course, is the legends. It's the champs. 3-0, 2-1. The champs with their first big time road game. The legends takes on the champs. Can't wait to talk about it next week in the Boom Room.
In it for respect, few things to address. D5 think he fly, he the Jets. Always number one, now opposite is Seth. Put JR in body bag, I must confess. Some owners play checkers, Kajinos play chess. Me, T, and do really like Clay, Dre, and Steph. Don't do too much talking, they still wanna press. The main ones that's talking, they team don't impress.